All right, guys, good morning. Started lapping in the valves yesterday and cleaned up, got these exhaust ports cleaned up the best I could. It's my first time I used one of these cross buffs. So I had the abrasives for a while. Get a box of them off Amazon for like 15 bucks or something. But I didn't have the, I didn't have the mandrel, so I had to order that. I didn't know they had a special mandrel to go on for these, so that came in, so I figured I'd use those and just cleaned up without touching the seats, and then cleaned up the best I could around here in the, in the bowls. So, but there was a little like, since these are steel, there was like a little bit of a buildup on there, so it was really handy in that, for that, and to get in these corners here for the exhaust ports. So, I mean, I still could do a little bit better right there, but it's going to come right back anyway. So that's about as far as I want to go. But I also started lapping in, I got these two cylinders done, number 8 and number 7 yesterday. You can see the, the fresh seat area right here on these guys. And this is comparison. I haven't done this one yet. So you see where that's a little bit dull. So I'll finish lapping in these valves, put the heads back together, and then we'll we'll put some like gasoline or something in the ports, or maybe I've got some lacquer thinner or something and we'll see if we have any more leakage. We shouldn't. These seats look pretty good, so I think we should be all right. Not having to get a new valve job. But anyway, that's where we're at today, and I'm running a time-lapse video on the GoPro there, so we'll throw a quick time lapse in there. But again, head's cleaned up pretty nice, just with a little cross buff and parts washer, then use my use the brush here to clean all the guides. So this thing's real handy. These are the good engine brushes, the Mr. Gasket ones. Got one for the cylinders, and then all the ones, these for your oil galleys, will go all the way through the block. So good set, and this looks like they'll last a long time too. I think he gets like 7 or 8 brushes in there for like 50 bucks. So some guys will cut the loop off of this and you can chuck it up in your drill, but I don't think I need to do all that. Anyway, that is the update. I'm just going to continue lapping in these valves, and then we will I'll put them back together and we'll do a leak test. After that, I'll take these to the machine shop and we'll maybe mill these, flat mill them to see if we can get the compression up to like 11:1. We're at about like 10.2 right now. So I think with a little thinner head gasket and milling these like 20 thou, that should get us pretty darn close to 11:1, which is as far as I want to go without having to, mill, start messing with the port alignment with the intake and everything. So that's the update for today. I'll throw a time lapse in here also. All right, guys, and so here's where we're at. We got one head done. Going to check installed spring height with our spring checker here, and it looks like we're at 1/8 and 54 thousandths. So that's without the this is a 50 thousandths shim, or it might be 60, but we'll put that under there. That'll put us right at like 1.75, so slightly higher than or slightly shorter than the recommended, or the spec says to install it at 1.8. So I think we'll throw these under there, and that should be at 1.75, but we'll check it again in just a second. And here it is with the shim underneath there. So we're at 1.796. So that's going to work just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back together. All right, guys, that's the update, and then we'll see if these are we'll see if this lapping took care of any of the. We only had minor leaking, but we'll see if this takes care of it. All right, guys, we got Got one of them all cleaned up, put back together. So I'm going to put some water in the ports and see how it holds. And then I'll get that going and then start working on the other head here, lapping in and cleaning them and what have you. And if the valve job is good, then I'll run them up to the machine shop and have them surfaced. So see if we can mill these down a little bit, gain some compression. But one's done, and now we'll put it to the leak test. All right, guys. Well, both heads are done, and I'm testing the intake ports right now. So far, you see everything's got water in it, and it's probably been about 10 minutes, so nothing's going on here. I even checked with the air pressure. They said, yeah, shoot air around here and look for bubbles. So that was a good idea, and I had no bubbles at all. So the intakes look to be a success. I don't see why the exhaust won't, because all the valves look to be pretty good when they lapped them in. So I'm not sure about this right here. Maybe a tiny little bit, but I don't know if that's from some spillage. But what I'll do is let me check that one. See if there's any bubble. I don't think there's no residual that's spilled. We'll keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on that. That's number 8. Keep an eye on that one. But anyway, so far that's looks like the only little drop of water, but it may have been a little bit that spilled and worked its way around the edge of the valve when I filled it up. As you can see, I spilled some, so may have been some that just was dripping down. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on them, and I'll probably tomorrow or later tonight, I'll dump these out, flip them over, and do the exhaust. See where we're at. Let these sit for a few hours. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the video and following along with this 86 box body. Hopefully, we'll be back to the track pretty soon.